Hi everybody, and welcome to the Marvel Snap MCU Wheel Challenge. Physical card games like Magic the Gathering have a sealed game mode where you open up some booster packs, and from those cards you make a deck to play some games with. Even online card games like Hearthstone have a draft mode where you can build a deck from a selection of cards. Now, Marvel Snap doesn't have a game mode like that yet, and that's why today we will be creating one. The rules are simple. I've added every MCU movie and TV show onto this wheel. We will be spinning the wheel, and the entry that it lands on will act as our booster pack. We will then be allowed to add any character that appears in that movie or TV show into our deck. We will spin the wheel a total of 8 times, and then be using those cards to create a conquest deck and see how far we can get. So here is our wheel. I've gone ahead and added everything here. There's about 44 entries. If you guys want to do this challenge yourself, I'm going to include a link in the description below. You can spin the wheel and create your own deck. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be spinning this wheel 8 times. I think that should give us enough cards to make a deck out of. Hopefully we also get enough options to then make a decent deck, because we are going to be trying to climb the conquest ladder, and we're going to see how far we can get. I hope we get out of the proving grounds. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with the first roll here. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle it one more time. I'm going to click it, and I'm hoping that we land on the Avengers. And we're going to get... The first one is Ant-Man. Just off the top of my head, I know that there's obviously Ant-Man because, you know, the movie's named after him. We also have Wasp, although I don't think she actually appears as the Wasp in this movie. We have Yellow Jacket. I can at least play Ant-Man and Yellow Jacket. So that was our first spin. We got 2 characters. I'm pretty happy with that. Our next spin is going to be... Ant-Man, Quantumania. Got MODOK, but also we are getting Kang. That's also a great card to be able to put onto our deck, especially for Conquest. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to my deck here. A TV show. And it's Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones is also great because not only do we get Jessica Jones, which is a pretty solid 4-drop, Luke Cage also makes an appearance in this TV show. So there we go. That's 2 cards that are actually not that bad. Avengers, Avengers, Avengers. Give me Avengers, please. Avengers. Not Avengers, but this is a team-up movie, and it does have quite a bit of characters. Spider-Man, No Way Home. I know that there's Doc Ock, there is Green Goblin, there is Electro, there is obviously Spider-Man, Doctor Strange. I'm probably missing somebody, but that's already 5 characters that are all pretty playable. So let's go ahead and add that to our list. 4 spins in, we're making our 5th. I'm already feeling pretty good about the deck that we're going to be able to put together. I'm hoping we can land a Shang-Chi. We got the Hulk. Now, the Hulk is one of those movies where it's only going to give us 2 characters, the Hulk. I think this one also had Abomination. Does Iron Man make an appearance in this one? I don't remember. At the end credits scene? Maybe. All right, 3 spins left to go. Still have not hit an Avengers movie, but we also did not hit some of the terrible movies. Wow, Black Panther. Now, this is a good one. We are going to get Black Panther. We're going to get Killmonger. We're going to get Shuri. Tons of characters in this one, so this is actually great. Happy to add this one to the collection. The Eternals. I'll be honest, guys, I have not watched the Eternals yet, so I'm not really sure the characters that are in it. I have to look this one up. Let me see who's in the Eternals. We have Cersei, Icarus, Kingo, Sprite, Makari, Gilgamesh, Ajak, Athena. I don't think any of these are actually cards. We're going to respin because I didn't realize, I haven't watched the movie, so I actually didn't know the characters that were in it. Now that I'm reading them, I don't think any of them exist in Marvel Snap yet. So we're going to go ahead and remove this one. A bit of cheating, but... not really. We're going to respin, and we're going to actually get Falcon and Winter Soldier. The Falcon, and he technically doubles up as Captain America towards the end. Spoilers. And we're going to make our final spin. We're going to be getting WandaVision. Are we playing an Agatha deck? All of our movies set. I'm now going to go ahead and sift through all of them just to make sure that I get every single character in each movie. And then we're going to go ahead and try to make a deck out of all the characters in the movies. So I've gone through the cast of all the movies, and we've put together a list of all the characters that have appeared in them. I'm now going to go ahead and try and construct a 12-card deck out of these 27 cards. So I'm already seeing some of the synergies that I could be putting into the deck, probably most of them existing within the Black Panther universe. I'm going to be using Quicksilver. I could. I don't think I'm going to be using Bucky Barnes because Bucky Barnes, we have no way to actually destroy him. So I'm going to go ahead and remove him from the deck. Don't mind keeping Luke Cage as a 2-drop, but let's go ahead and see what else we have. Scarlet, which I feel like I could probably keep around as well, just because she's so good at switching locations. Captain America is not bad, but I'm not too sure I want to be jamming Captain America in the deck yet, especially since we have cards like Okoye and Killmonger in the 3 slot, but let's go ahead and see. So I think I'm going to keep Iron Man. I think I might actually keep Agatha just because I think it'd be really funny. So let's go ahead and keep Agatha, in which case I'm probably going to have to dump the Hulk. Abomination, I'm not so sure we'll be keeping. I feel like Vision is better. I also feel like we want to be going more towards like a Black Panther strategy with Shuri. So let's go ahead and get rid of Abomination. Jessica Jones, we do need a 4-drop. She might be able to stick around. Let's go ahead and see. I think I'm actually going to remove Quicksilver just because I feel like I'd rather have M'Baku in the deck. If anything, we're going to add Kang. I don't suspect we're going to add Ant-Man, Yellow Jacket, or Wasp. So I'm actually going to go ahead and remove these and just keep Kang in mind. Dr. Octopus is very good, especially in Conquest. So I think definitely Killmonger is going to be added to the deck. I think Nakia probably could be added to the deck as well, just because she buffs so many cards. Lizard, actually Lizard is a great 2-drop. Maybe I'll just try and make big lanes. You're right. I feel like this deck could just do well as just big lanes, right? Like that's probably what I'm gonna call the deck. Agatha big lanes. So I definitely want Okoye, I want Lizard, and I want M'Baku. I think I might have to actually cut Scarlet Witch. I don't think I'll be adding Green Goblin. Elektra doesn't really do too much for us in this deck. I'm definitely adding Shuri. Doc Ock is the better play here, just because if we're playing Agatha, then I don't want Agatha dropping a Kang on turn 5, and then that's just kind of, you know, pointless. Although, maybe it's a mind game where we drop Kang on turn 5 and then snap, and then my opponent thinks that we got him good. Go ahead and add Doc Ock. I feel like Doc Ock's going to ruin a lot of strategies anyway. We can also do like Shuri Doc Ock. But with our deck set, I'm finally ready to take Agatha big lanes into Conquest, which I fully expect to lose. This is a Proving Grounds. I think the strategy for Proving Grounds is you just snap right away, you give them a fist bump, and you're hoping that you get them quick. Because if they see that we're playing Agatha, I feel like they're just gonna play around it and win. Now, I think that's typically the strategy for most people who play in the Proving Grounds. You typically don't want to be dragging on the game for too long. Everybody just wants to get out of the Proving Grounds, get that silver ticket, and then go ahead and start playing some real games. So let's go ahead. Obviously, we can't control her plays here, but Agatha is not dropping M'Baku into Warrior Fall, so that's great. It looks like M'Baku's just going to be living on the right lane there. We have a throne room. This is actually incredible because we're going big. Okay, you know what? I'm okay with Lizard going into Warrior Falls. Not the worst thing, to be honest. This is actually, wow, I should be playing Agatha more often. That's exactly what I would have done. I would have put Nakia into Sinister London. You get that double buff. That's amazing. Look at that. Our cards are so strong. Our Iron Man is actually so strong. They also then played Magic and they created a Limbo. That's great. So our Lizard will be living, which is also great because on turn 7, we're going to be making our own move. So obviously we don't have a turn 4 play, which is really unfortunate. We ended up drawing all of our big costing cards. They're playing High Evolutionary. Who knows? Maybe they're also playing a weird draft deck just like us. I don't really see Magic too often in High Evolutionary decks, especially since they haven't been playing any of the early drops yet. But, you know, I'm okay with that. We're going to go ahead and drag everything into Sinister London, which is actually a really nasty play because not only are we going to get rid of pretty much their whole hand, whatever's left in it is going to be dragged into another lane with Doc Ock. And holy crap, that is a massive lane. I don't think we're going to be winning Sinister London. So it looks like we're going to be focusing more on Limbo and Throne Room. And luckily, Moon Girl dropped with no hands, so it's not duplicating anything. We got leeched here on turn 6, but I'm actually okay with that because... Am I okay with that? You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and drop Jessica Jones here, and then I'm just going to drop Agatha onto a Limbo. I feel like that's going to be the most power we're going to get out of this hand. I dropped America Chavez, which is fine. Our Doc Ock is still bigger. I'm going to go ahead and drop Agatha right there, and hopefully that's enough. I'm hoping they're conceding. Surely they're conceding, right? Okay, they are conceding. Good. Sometimes, you know, people like fist bump, and you're about to get the 8 cubes, and they just retreat, and they just go into game 2. I was like, no, we fist bumped. You are not honoring the fist bump. This deck was good enough to beat the Proving Grounds. I'm not going to lie. I didn't think we would make it out of the Proving Grounds based off the concept of the video, but I'm happy that we did. So now we're just trying to get through Silver. Now, the problem with Silver is that this is where people actually start playing the game. So they will retreat. They will snap if they feel like they're winning. We opened up M'Baku again. M'Baku is supposed to stay in the deck, but that's okay. At least we have a 1-drop. And again, I feel like we're pretty top heavy. Maybe I should have added back one of those like 2 or 3 drops, but that's okay. I feel like our 4 and 5 drops are just so strong that even without playing like a 2 or a 3, we're still just getting so much power and value with our 4 and 5 drops. Wow, this is almost like the same as last game. We pretty much opened a very similar hand, except Shuri. I don't think we had Shuri last game. I think we drew later, but we're definitely going to have a Nakia turn 3, and I'm hoping that Agatha plays a Shuri on turn 4 and then drops a Black Panther into that lane. It would be so funny if she drops an Iron Man into the Shuri lane. So Nakia is going to go here. Oh, you know what? This is actually really unfortunate because of Asteroid M. Nakia is going to go here. I'm hoping Agatha plays Shuri into like one of these 2 lanes because then Asteroid M will be clogged after that. I'm going to snap back. You know what? Because I feel like this deck just has like a good surprise factor. And I'm hoping that we're just going to collect 8 cubes quick and then manage to squeak out another 2 in the rest of the games. But I'm feeling pretty confident about this, actually. So they're playing Killmonger. Okay, so it's like a destroy strategy. That's fine that they killed M'Baku. I actually am okay with that. And now that if we play our Shuri into Asteroid M, we'll be able to drop any other card there, so that's good. And they're playing Reality Stone, which is great for us, especially now that if we do play a card into May's location, it's going to get a +3 boost, which is great for us because we're all going tall. So Shuri is going into Washington, D.C. Great. Hoping that we follow that up with Black Panther, and then maybe we could just drop like an Agatha into Central Park or something like that. We are not afraid of wave. We're only playing 1 card a turn anyway. Oh. No, you're supposed to drop it into Washington, D.C. What are you doing? Why would they do that? Right, it's still recoverable. We can still win. I think we can still win. A 17 null. 20. Wow, that is huge. We might have to retreat. Should I just play Iron Man here? I mean, I could play Iron Man, and I hope that they just choose not to contest mid, but I feel like they would, right? I feel like that's the play, because they're running both lanes. Why would they not try and contest mid? And there's like, no matter what we drop, I feel we're going to lose. I'm just going to try it. I'll run back the silver, if anything. Oh, no. Shang-Chi! No! Yeah, there was no way we were winning that one. We probably should have retreated, but that's okay. I feel like I rushed that one. Let's go ahead. Let's run it back. We'll do a real one for sure. I think I got a little too greedy. I wanted to get the 8 cubes so much that I definitely should have retreated as soon as I saw our position on turn 6 there. And especially since Agatha chose to play herself into Aunt May instead of Washington, D.C. That was really unfortunate, actually. I have played around enough with Agatha. I think if we really want to take this seriously, we're going to have to cut her for sure, just because of the really suspicious plays that she's been making. I feel like Killmonger would be an okay play, so let's go ahead and play Killmonger. Well, now that we don't have Agatha, I feel like we can actually play our cards in the right locations. Lizard is great, because it's going to give me 2 power. I definitely don't want to drop it into White Hot Room, though, because White Hot Room... Actually, wait, hold on. Let's fist bump and snap first. I feel like White Hot Room is going to be a contested location, just simply because the effect is pretty solid, especially if our opponent's filling it out, and on turn 6, they have like 9 mana now, which is crazy. My opponent just roped me. Onslaught Citadel is a location I definitely will not be dropping Lizard on, just because it'll have negative power. But if I draw an Iron Man, that's definitely like a consideration. We also drew Doc Ock. Doc Ock is awesome. Yes, Ebony Maw. We're definitely not winning White Hot Room. I am not even going to attempt to win White Hot Room. In fact, actually, our opponent is probably playing like a Shuri strategy as well. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to... Oh, wow. We hit Killmonger. I'm going to play Jessica Jones here, and then turn 5, I Doc Ock, and I hope I hit an Iron Man. And then that way, hopefully, we're winning Tinker's Workshop. So I'll do that. I'm going to Killmonger. Yeah, they're not going to be able to fill it out. That's fine. They're hard committing to White Hot Room, but they're not. I'm not going to try and give them that 3 extra energy. That's huge. Wow, we hit Iron Man. Okay, so I think our plan works out. I'm going to Jessica Jones here. I'm going to Doc Ock. I'm going to drag everything into Onslaught Citadel, and then I'm going to Iron Man, and hopefully that's enough to win. Maybe even like the Dr. Octopus could be enough to win. Sometimes, you know, it just drags all your bad cards onto one location. But given that we're playing against looks like a Sauron Shuri deck, I doubt that that's going to happen, but we'll see. This turn, well, that's definitely not a Shuri if they're playing it into the Cosmo lane. They're still committed to White Hot Room. Why did they? Oh my god, they really want that energy really badly. We're going to take advantage of that. So I'm going to go ahead and drag everything down. They have how many cards? 4. So on turn 6, they're probably going to be top decking. And they didn't snap back, so I wonder if they're actually just looking to play out the match. Kind of hoping that they just snap and we get our cubes and move on, right? So we're pulling 2 cards. Great. That's a Taskmaster. Perfect. Copy the armor, and then... Oh, why? That's brutal. They have 1 card, so they definitely are not playing into Tinker's Workshop. They're going to play Onslaught Citadel, so I'm going to play Iron Man. I'm pretty sure we won. There's no way. Because if they play a card on Tinker's Workshop, we get their Titania, and then we just win. Like 100% they're going into Onslaught Citadel. Or they're going to retreat, because, you know, Proving Grounds is serious business. Yeah, they're playing Tinker's Workshop. We get Titania, and then we should win. Let's go. Thank you. They probably thought we were playing in there too, but definitely not. Oh, wow, and M'Baku from the top ropes out of the deck. 68 in the middle lane. Holy crap, that is huge. I completely forgot he was in the deck. I'm just gonna snap again. Shuri's Lab. Okay, that's actually not terrible for us. If I could play like a Shuri Black Panther into Shuri's Lab, I'm pretty sure we're winning that one. They also snapped. Okay, they must like Shuri's Lab. I'm gonna go ahead and play Okoye. I'm actually gonna play Okoye here, right? Or maybe I play Vision into Shuri's Lab now, because then, especially with Shuri, that's probably enough to win a lane by itself, right? So maybe I'll play Okoye here and maybe try and build out like Titan with my smaller guys, and then Vision could probably just win me here. And maybe I will just forfeit Shuri's Lab because I feel like our opponent is going to be dropping all their big guys. I think their plan is to go obviously Shuri into something big, and that way it doubles twice, and then they're going to just Taskmaster, right? I feel like that's the play. You could just Killmonger here. I feel like that is pretty solid. Or we could Killmonger them at the end maybe. Yeah, I think we don't need to do that now. I'll just drop Captain America into Titan. Okay, so they're playing Cosmo. We actually might be able to win Shuri's lane, especially if we Killmonger at the end. I still think I Shuri here and then I Vision. Yeah. I feel like I can go there. They probably think they won this lane. But then I'll drop Killmonger here and Nakia here, and I'm hoping that Vision moves out. Let's try and do that, right? Unless like Vision, I think Vision will win Savage Lands, and then I can also play just Iron Man mid. That's also a consideration, but let's go ahead and try and trick them. I don't think that they're, I think they probably think they already won Shuri's Lab, right? Like they've got to think that they won Shuri's Lab. So Taskmaster is copying there. I actually don't think I'm winning mid now, actually. So Killmonger, it's gonna kill everything. But we tied. No, they win by the tiebreaker. So that was close. Oh, M'Baku! I forgot M'Baku from the top ropes. It's a tie, though. It's still a tie. But oh my god, I keep forgetting he's in the deck. Wow, Iron Man actually got boosted. This is pretty big. So I'm going to go ahead and play Lizard probably here. Yeah, let's just build a strong lane here. Let's try and get Collapse Mine, and then maybe I can Shuri Octopus and then Iron Man back here. I feel like that could be enough to win. I'm probably going to forfeit Washington, D.C., but I don't think we play any vanillas anyway, if I remember correctly. They do, so they're going to get a nice boost there. So I'm definitely not jumping into Washington, D.C., that's for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and play Shuri here. I'm going to hopefully ruin their Taskmaster next turn, and then Iron Man the left lane, and that should be enough to win. I'm going to snap, actually, before I forget. We might have to adjust our strategy. I mean, I could Doc Ock, but they have a Cosmo there. But that means they're also not playing Shuri. Okay, I'm just going to drop Vision. No, I feel like I think I just dropped Vision, right? I dropped Vision, and I still go with my strategy of just Iron Manning that lane. I mean, I think I just go Iron Man, right? Unless they Taskmaster here. Like, where would they Taskmaster? I feel like they for sure know they still need to drop another card mid. Just because I feel like you don't want to give that up, right? If they Taskmaster, he is 16. So I would need to play... I mean, I could also just try and trick them and go here and just give up mid. But I'm not sure they're going to give up mid, right? I feel like maybe they're just going to Taskmaster here and play another card there. So let's go ahead and just do that. That might be the wrong move, but... I feel like that's what they're doing, right? Yeah, let's just do that. Let's go with our gut. Okay, so yeah, they were gonna Taskmaster, and that's it. So we won. Perfect. Their only other one drop is Ebony Maw, right? That's what they had to play Ebony Maw mid, but because it's turn 6 and they didn't play Sauron, then you can't play it on turn 6. So your only play really is just a Taskmaster. There's no other one drops unless like they play Titania, but like victory 3 rounds in Proving Grounds, but that's okay. So we are hopping into the Conquest Challenge in silver for real this time, because we're not playing Agatha. We got Okoye, which is great. I also like seeing Monster Island sometimes because we play Iron Man. So sometimes an Iron Man is just enough to win that lane. I'm gonna go ahead and pass. It looks like we're up against another Shuri strategy. Did something change? Why is everyone playing Sauron Shuri? I'm gonna, wow. Well, it's not worth dropping Killmonger. I have a feeling they might drop like an Ebony Maw. I mean, they could play Lizard as well, but let's go ahead and play Okoye. I'm going to drop it here because if they drop Ebony Maw here or like somewhere else, Killmonger will kill it. But then if Killmonger kills their 0, then we're just ahead on Monster Island. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna... I don't think... Yeah, I'm gonna hold M'Baku until turn 6. Just because I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do with Killmonger first. So they dropped Ebony Maw, that's great. Killmonger's just gonna go to town on that. And I actually feel like I can play Killmonger now. And we'll drop it here just to give him a rock, maybe. We're gonna tie. Great, so they are playing a Sauron ongoing. So turn 4, this is where they play their Shuri, right? So they're gonna play Shuri probably mid, I'm thinking. So I don't really want to compete with a mid, so I'll just play Jessica Jones here. I'm gonna pass and hopefully drag down cards into Monster Island. Let's see if that works out. Nope, they are playing Shuri onto Monster Island. They're not playing Shuri, they're playing Sunspot. Okay, well, I guess it just doesn't matter. I think I just do this, right? How many cards? 4? Yeah, it's gonna get their whole hand. Oh shoot, I should have snapped. I forgot to snap. Shuri, great. She-Hulk and Taskmaster. Copying the Sunspot. Not very good. Red Skull's going here. I'm kind of happy I didn't snap now. I don't feel like... Okay, so we're going to lose there. Unfortunately. And then they gain 4. Actually, I think we might even lose on Monster Island. Oh no, we win by 1. Okay, well, now that we know what we're up against, essentially the same deck that we faced last round, I do think it's beatable. We just have to get him with a good Doc Ock. Okay, well, we have Doc Ock. I can Shuri Doc Ock, maybe? And Kamartaj. Kamartaj is good for us, actually, because we play Okoye. We also play Nakia. Even Jessica Jones on Kamartaj is pretty good, right? Because it's on reveal. So Sunspot, it's just going to be chilling there. We could Doc Ock onto like Strange Academy and just mess them up, but I think I'm going to start with Okoye, obviously. That's going to be huge. I'm just going to snap. I'm pretty confident in this game just because we have a pretty good curve. We're playing Captain America on turn 3. Probably drop that into Kamartaj, and then Shuri's going to go into Strange Academy. Same with Doc Ock. We'll pull it down, and then hopefully we went off RNG. Great armor is in Kamartaj. I also don't think a lot of the Shuri decks play Shang-Chi, so I think we're okay there. Wow, that's a huge M'Baku. Imagine if he just stayed in our deck and just comes out as a 4. That's kind of crazy, actually. So let's go ahead and drop Captain America there, just because that's going to probably be 6 power by the end of the game. I kind of want to play Jessica Jones here and then just turn 5 Shuri Doc Ock. No, but I feel like Doc Ock is one of those cards you have to play on... how many cards do they have in their hand? 3? I feel like Shuri we have to play on turn 4. Maybe I should have Jessica Jones. Oh, they're going to pass. Wow. So they're going to play maybe like a She-Hulk and something. We can also just Black Panther. No, I feel like this is just better. This will just ruin. They didn't play anything, so I feel like they're trying to combo out. So this Doc Ock is just going to ruin them. And then we can also just play Black Panther on Kamartaj. That's actually huge. It's going to be a 16. No, because it's boosted by 2. So it's actually going to be 24. Wow, that's huge. And then we can even just like drop M'Baku in that lane. That should be enough to win, actually. So hopefully this Doc Ock just ruins them, and then we win that lane, and then we'll drop a Black Panther into Kamartaj. Great. Pull the rest of the hand. Shuri. I mean, if they hit it, yeah, Taskmaster is going to be huge here. 8 and 9. We could still win that lane, actually. The M'Baku is going to win us that lane. That is huge. And then, yeah, so we definitely win this game. They're going to obviously try and go mid and beat us there, but I am not scared. They're thinking they might even pass and just Sunspot, but for sure they know that we're going to beat them on Sacred Timeline. They probably think they have enough on Kamartaj, and wow, they snapped. Okay. They're going to drop a Red Skull probably on Strange Academy, right? Like, that's got to be the play. Wow, 25. That's huge. 8 cubes. Are they going to try and battle back? I mean, they could. They could. That's like 4 games they need to play, though. In those cases, a lot of times when I just lose 8 cubes, I'm like, you got me, man. And I concede. But I guess they're just going to keep playing. That's fine. Danger Room. That is quite dangerous, actually. It's probably worse for... Wow. That's so unlucky. 5 rocks. Oh, and we drew Shuri with 5 rocks in our deck. Oh, they just retreated. They don't even want a part of this game. They probably drew a rock. This is even harder for them now. They just conceded. Okay. Well, this deck took us through 1 round of silver. This is great. I actually wonder if we could win all of silver with this deck. That would be a win in my books. But honestly, it's not a bad deck, right? It's just, you just go tall, you win with Shuri, you Shuri Doc Ock, you try to ruin them. I find Doc Ock is actually a pretty solid card in Conquest. Okoye, Jessica Jones, Iron Man, pretty good start, honestly. Unless we discard... Okay, well, Jessica Jones is not that bad to discard, honestly. I feel like, if anything, she's probably, like, the weakest card in the deck. We have a Lizard and Okoye play. I'm definitely going to play Okoye, though. I could play it in Strange Academy. I guess it doesn't matter too much. Oh, they're taking this to turn 7. Okay. There's nothing we can do about that, actually. We don't have anything to, like, destroy a location in the deck. But I'm okay with things going to turn 7 because we're so top-heavy. A negative deck. Okay. Well, if negative high rolls, it's very hard to beat. But the good part is we have Dr. Octopus. So I think I might just Doc Ock into Strange Academy, and that's just going to ruin them, right? Because everything's just going to move. So I'm going to snap here. Because negative decks could high roll really well. But the thing is, they require sequencing their plays so much that a Doc Ock could just totally ruin them. Especially now that we clog that lane, and things are just going to get moved all the way over. And then we can just pick and choose which lane we want to win. So they have a Null, they have a Zola. Oh, wow. That's actually kind of sucks for us, right? Oh, wait a minute. Wait, their Ebony Wall was what got flipped? I was like, wait, why is it not 7 power? Okay, well, Doc Ock destroyed that deck. Actually, Doc Ock is really good in negative decks. We're going to be playing into Xander as well because of Shuri. I think I'm going to save M'Baku for the end. I did see an Ebony Maw in their deck, so Killmonger could be pretty good against that. I'm not going to snap yet, just because if I see like a turn 2 Psylocke or a Zabu into a negative, that's probably a game we're losing. That kind of sucks, actually, hitting Iron Man. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be Killmongering them. And then I'm going to Shuri mid, so that will definitely win a lane. Or do I just play Shuri here? Actually, I think Shuri here is fine, and then we just Shuri's Lab Black Panther on turn 6. That could be enough to win. Let's do that. This kind of sucks. I feel like Panther here is just kind of a weak play, but it's okay. All right, that's fine. We'll do that. I hope that they don't play a Shang-Chi. So I'm gonna go ahead, drop Doc Ock here. That should... I'm just gonna snap too. Like I said, if we play a Doc Ock, I'm feeling pretty confident, and we'll fill this out. And then I do feel like Limbo is a win for us. So yeah, they played 1 card. We're gonna drag how many more? So they'll have 1 card left in hand. Okay, Ebony Maw. Iron Man though. And a Null. Okay. That's still winnable, right? Maybe not. Is that not winnable anymore? What do I need? 26, which means I need to put down 13 in value. I don't think that's doable, right? That's definitely not doable unless like I compete on that lane. I mean, they have a... What do they have? They have a Zola, right? So if they Zola Carnage... Oh, what is that going to be? I still think we're winning here, right? I have a feeling I just do this. This and this. And I think that might be enough. Okay, Venom. And then they're going to... Zola, right? It's definitely a Zola. Yeah, Zola. And that's a win. We win. So they thought we were probably competing on Shuri's Lab. We're definitely not. Not with Null and Iron Man. That's a win. Guys, how did we make it through to silver? We made it through silver with this deck. This is insane. What on earth? How? I was not expecting to win silver with this deck. It's just a pile of cards that we drafted from our wheel game. But just like that, we managed to get through the silver conquest. Wow. Now we are in gold. I have to see how far this deck can go. I honestly didn't think we would make it out of silver, just because once you hit silver, people actually start to play. Big lanes is big lanes, though. People just can't deal with it. And unfortunately, this is where our run has ended. Our opponent was playing a Lockjaw deck with cards like Infinite and everything else that's basically big. And unfortunately, without a Shang-Chi, we just had a really hard time dealing with it. There were a couple of games where I pulled his stuff with Doc Ock, but then again, I'm pulling cards like Infinite, so there's absolutely absolutely no way we are winning that lane. I'm quite happy with the results, and I had quite a bit of fun of playing a deck that I probably would have not made. So I do really like this challenge. If you guys want to try it out yourself, I'm going to leave a link in the description below. That way you guys can do it. I would love to try this one day with like other content creators. I think it'd be really cool for both of us to do this and then just create a deck and just play a conquest game with just these drafted decks. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.